welcome to my channel. I'm back today with the 4 paper bag journal, and this is the small journal I'm going to put inside. It's an envelope, and what I've done, I've already covered the inside with some Roxy Creations book page that, as I said before, I'm trying to use up what I've got sitting here. I've tea dyed this envelope a while ago. I try and keep a stock of them if I can. And I've covered the back in, this is Ruby and Pearl. So now I've shown you, I've just sealed down the envelope flap. I then put this here. I quite like that for the front. Okay, so it's just down like this, and I just make sure. Somehow I seem to have missed that corner off. I hope you're all well. We've still got the awful weather. At least next week it's not raining, but it's cloudy and not particularly cold, but not great for this time of year here. But yes, we do always seem to get rain, usually April. I'm not worried about that being straight because I'm going to put some lace down there. Now I need to do the front, and for that I've got another piece of this that I'm going to put on here. So I'm going to rough it up using the Tim Holtz. I don't think it's actually for doing this. I think it's something for thread cutter or something. And I don't mind if it gets torn either. And then I'll be inking up afterwards, just with vintage photo. Okay, and the other thing is I'm just going to gently scrunch it like that, so it has a bit of a wrinkled feel to it, and then I'm sticking it down on here. Then I've got some layering here. The plan is, this is from the Graphics Fairy. I'm going to leave that there for a minute because I'm going to put that over the top. So is, no, this is from Sample's Golden Prayers. I've cut down. You're not going to be seeing that. And this is from the kit, and I found out it's Polka Art Studio. It's going to layer up on there. But first I need to again rough it all up and squidge it up before I glue it all down and ink it with the vintage photo as well. Okay, so I've done that. I do want to put a small amount of my tape just on there. I know it's not all going to get to be seen, but some of it will. I haven't scrunched around the edges of this one. I thought this had got quite grungy. And one of the other things I want to do is got some antique lace here. No, it's a bit thin. Thinking this might be a bit thick, but I think it might just be right. Kind of goes on a curve. Is put some lace down here, because I think, let's do it this way, it might just break that up. It's quite grungy. And then this side, I was planning on this piece that I've got left over just to go over like that down the side there. Yeah, I think I quite like that. Yep, I'm going to do that. So I need to glue this down to start off with. Yeah, I'll leave that bit out because I'm going to want to use that. Okay, that's that done. Now I need to put this down the middle here so that I've reinforced that when I sew through it with the signature. And I just need to let that dry as long as I've got it. Move it over a little bit. Yeah. And then just finish it off down the side here. This just reinforces the spine. Can't even think of the name. Right, it's the weather. I'm going to blame it all on the weather. I will be moaning in a couple of months it's too hot. Okay, I need to let all that dry now. And this is the signature I've got here. I've taken papers from my trolley that you've seen in a video. What I've got to do is ink round the edges of the papers. This is from Ruby and Pearl's Yellow Rose. Some vintage ledger paper, some tea-dye paper. I think that was the vintage rose as well. And I've kind of put a few bits in like that because I'm going to make a tag out of that. I've turned the top down. Book page, vintage book page. Music paper, tea-dyed. Vintage French school book here. This was Creme Brulee, Ruby and Pearl. And this, I think, was Ruby and Pearl's French Invoices. So I've just added that on there. Trimmed it down. It's too big, so I put that on there. A bit more tea-dyed paper. It was one Chickadee, I think. That one. And again covered, I think, with the same. And then this is a French deeds to a house. It's the back page, and I've just turned it up and made that the middle pocket. Now the next thing is this. I've put a few pieces in, but I've still got to work on some of it. I put things where I want them if I'm going to make a tag. I'm not sure if it's all correctly in place at the moment, but one of the things I mentioned before was this oh dear, pocket here. So what I want to do is cut this out of here to make the window. So I've cut the middle out. I'm going to keep that because I think I can make a tag for the journal with that. This is going on here, but I do need to cut this down up here. So I'll just quickly chop the top off. And again, I could keep that as a label. I know it's not totally even. I'm not too worried. I'll keep that as a label. I've also folded in the sides here so that I just now need to trim off the corners like that and there, and then I've just got to ink all the way around the top, all the way around, and I will also ink inside here as well. So that's going to go. I'm putting it down lower. I've not done a back because when you pull whatever I put in there out, you'll be able to see the back. And I've got some clear plastic here that I've taken from a one of those cellophane bags. And I'm just going to be putting that. Just need to trim, I think. Trim a tiny bit off the bottom or the top, depends which way you look at it. No, it needs a bit more, doesn't it? Yeah. There. Now, I use my block when I put these down because I find it holds better than the art glitter glue. I know some people just use ordinary glue. I've never found that to stick very well. So I do use this. So I've just got and I just glue a very thin layer around the edge to start off with. So I've not got too much, but it holds it in place. Oops. And I press it out from the window so the glue doesn't go inside the window and you can see it. And then I'm just going to put a bit of glue here around the edges just to make sure that's held down. So that's glued all the way round and can be stuck on there. Okay, the other thing I've got, I'm not sure if I'll use this one, but I have these Polaroids from Ruby and Pearl that I thought I could use on there. And then this is what's going in here. I put some numbers on the sides there, and I'm just putting that in like that. So we've got a bit of a tab at the top to pull it out. I thought that looked quite nice. And then I've got here the journal, the small journal that I've sewn in, and I've put some lace just down there over the side. And then I've got some tabby bits, etc. Now what I'm thinking is I've got some decorating to do. I still haven't done that tag. Here, yeah, I've got this that I've put together, And what I thought was I could put this about there onto here. I've inked round it so that it pops out about there. And then I'm going to, no, maybe I'll do this bit first, is put a piece of this on here. So tear that off. I'm going to put that over there. I can even just wrap that round like that. So I need to glue this on here. So this can now go in there. And I might put a clip on the bottom there. I've got that to do. There's lots I've still got to do, I think. I want a couple of tags in there. Here, thinking I'll put that onto there. This was, I don't know, I found it in my numbers. I think it came from the Digital Collage Club, or Making and Creating, as they're called now. So what I think I need to go and do is finish this off, put all the tags in, and then come back with a quick flip through. So I'm back with the flip through of this completed 4-paper bag journal with a mini journal. I'm going to set it to music, as you've seen quite a bit of it, but this is all the final bits that I've managed to do.